today. I want us to talk about how to host a meeting virtually so that you can interact with your participants online. And the reason why I'm doing this is because we have got uncertainty reasons why sometimes we cannot have physical meeting. And I would give, if I share my screen here, I would give Google Meet an upper hand, because Google Meet enables participants up to 100 people to connect at once, and that is a big number that can really help facilitate online meeting. Google Meet is widely used because it offers a simple, reliable and secure way to connect people online. Here are some main reasons why it is commonly used. One of the biggest advantages is accessibility. Google Meet runs directly in a web browser and also works on mobile devices, so users do not need to install heavy software. This makes it easy for students, teachers and professionals to join meetings quickly with just a click. Second point, it is highly reliable and stable. Since it is built by Google, it integrates well with other Google services like Gmail, Google Calendar and Google Classroom. This makes scheduling and joining meetings very smooth, especially for schools and organizations. Another key reason is security. Meetings are encrypted and hosts have control over who can join, remove participants or manage permissions. This helps protect users from unwanted interruptions. Google Meet is also useful for education and remote learning. Teachers can conduct live lessons, share screens, present slides and interact with students in real time. They can also share videos and students will hear the audio. This has made it especially valuable in situations where physical classrooms are not possible. I'm repeating again, this has made it especially valuable in situations where physical classrooms are not possible. Finally, it supports collaboration in workplaces. Teams can hold virtual meetings, conduct interviews and share presentations regardless of location, saving time and travel costs. And by saying that, I'll give Google Meet an upper hand. It does not have time limits. You can do a virtual meeting the whole day and you can share videos. So it is valuable in situations where physical classrooms or physical meetings are not possible. So how do you set up a Google Meet and host participants? I've said before, 100 participants can join and you have a very interactive meeting. So with that, how do you go about setting up a Google Meet? First things first, go to the browser that you prefer. In my situation here, I'll use Google Meet. I'll use Google Chrome. So when I'm Google Chrome, I'll choose the account that I want. So I'll use this. So once I'm there, I'm in a particular, I'm logged in. This is my email. So what I'll do, I'll come here. Then I look for Google Meet. Google Meet is here. So once I'm here, I need to schedule a meeting, a demo. This is just a demo. It's not a real meeting, but just how to go steps by steps. Today is the last day of May 31st. So I'll go to new meeting. Then I schedule using Google Calendar. So if I come here, Google Calendar, I've already there. I can add the topic that the reasons and the why I'm having the meeting. So the topic will be Canvas training. I'm just trying to be creative. And then I've told you that we are scheduling it for the next month, which is 2 days to come. So I'll come here. Then I'm in May, so I'll have to go to June. So June will be on a Tuesday. I want the meeting to start at around 11 a.m. and ends at after 1 hour, just as a demo. So by 12 sharp it will be done. So notifications will be given 30 minutes prior the meeting, and the URL for the meeting is here. So what I need to do after this, I just need to save it. So I'll save this. Once I've saved this, now I need to go to that particular day, which is June 2nd. So Canvas training is here from 11 to 12. So if I click there, it gives me the option to copy the invitation conference information, so the link where people will click. So if I click here, I've already successfully copied. Now I want to show you, if you want to send to several people using email or Gmail, you go to a new tab, then you go to Google Apps, and then you look for contacts. Although this one I have to try and protect my email addresses and personal information from being exposed. So when I come here, you will find that I've got 0 contacts here, so I'm safe. Yeah, no one can use it for cyberbullying or other infringements. So under contacts here, I can create some dummy contacts which are not real. So I can come here, I create the first contact, which is very dummy. Does not exist, but I'm just showing you how you can go about when you're creating your own. So the first person will be called, the second name will be this Monkey Business. The company I'll not put. The email that I'm going to put there, I'll call it business@pop.com. These are things which does not exist, they're just dummy. Then I save it. So it is working. I've created an email. That is the email, the first email. So I have the first email. I can create the second email. So I can call it which name can I use? Username. I can call it happy days. So I can just say happy days like that, and then the email will be happy days at pop.com, and then I click on save. So I've got 2 dummy whatever that I've created. These are dummy that does not even exist. It cannot be used anywhere. But how do you, if you are to create quite a number of email addresses, real emails on your background, and then you want to put them in a label, in a container, so that when you type the name of that container, it can compose and send to them at once, instead of typing happyday.pop and then comma monkeybusiness@pop.com comma. So what you need to do, you come to labels and then you create here, and then you call them, let's say participants, like that, and then you click on save. So I've created participants and there are no contacts. So I need to go and add the contacts that I created, the dummy contacts here. So the first one here, I'll click here, and then after clicking there, what I'll need to do, I'll try and see if I can be able to add it to a label that I've created called participants. So participants, I click on apply. So happy days has gone already. I go back here, I click on this one here, then I check also this one. I have to apply it to participants and then apply. So I have got, if I click here, the 2 contacts that I created, the dummy ones, are now in participants. So if I come to the real Gmail, so this is the Gmail, and my Gmail, I think it does not have a lot of stuff. There are no controversial whatever. So I'll go to compose. When I come to compose, let's put it here, then I type here participants. So you can see participants is popping here. So participant has popped here. Once it has popped there, I click there, and then the subject I can say training, and then I can I can compose dear participants. I press enter. Please find the URL. Find the URL for our meeting below. Then I need to go back to the calendar here. I copy the URL, I bring it here, I paste it here, and then now I can sign out. I can say yours sincerely. I press tab key, press enter, put my name there, Dennis Bay Trainer, like that. So these two people will get Monkey Business and Happy Days will get the email. Once I click on send, it has been sent. So if I click on send here, you can see they'll get the notification. The other method was to use email, whereby you go WhatsApp. You go to WhatsApp and you paste whatever has been copied from the calendar, Google Calendar. You paste and the participant will receive it instantly. Now once you are there, you'll go back to the calendar and then you click on the Google map here, and then now you can be able to join. So this one will be a notification, allow notification. Okay, so here my microphone, I can say use microphone for this site. So my microphone is already working. For the camera, I'm not going to use the camera. So what I'll need to do, I'll just join here. Once I join the meeting, the camera is off. I'll just come here and be able to set a few things. Host management should be ticked so that I can be able to share my screen, send reaction, turn on their microphone, turn on their video, and then let participants send messages. And meeting access, I'm the one who should be able to be in the meeting before the rest. It's not good for the participants to be there before the host, so that is very important, and it's trusted. Yeah, so that one is already there. And then when I come here, is there anything that can be added on the tools? I can add the timer. So I can say I want the meeting, it was 60 minutes, is equivalent to 1 hour. So I'll say 60 minutes and start. So now all the participants, once they join, they'll be able to see the time remaining, and the time is trickling down. So it will help also the host, whom I am the one, to be able to know how to plan my time nicely within the 60 minutes. And then when I'm supposed to share my screen, this is very, very crucial to share the screen. You'll come to this place here where there is share screen here. You click here and then ensure that you take the entire screen. Once you take the entire screen, click on this tab, which is for the entire screen, and also slide this share all audio outputs, so that in case you have got audio outputs, you can be able to, the participants will be able to hear. So if you click on share and then you go to a new tab, now whatever you do here, all the participants will be seeing what you are sharing. For instance, I had a PowerPoint slide. If I could share it now, they can be able to see it. That's how you do your Google Meet presentation. So there are so many other things that you need to be able to learn. So to stop sharing, I'll just click on stop sharing, and to end the meeting, I'll click on the leave call, and that's it. So it will end the call for everyone.